All right, welcome everybody. If I sound surprised, it's because I'm still recording without deleting any more stuff. So that's pretty exciting because normally I have to delete all this stuff and then make way for, especially with Fortnite too. Every update from Fortnite, it's like insanely big, but I think they take away the old stuff, so it's really not as big as you think. Like they're recycling a lot of the old stuff, the old data, the old room memory or whatever. But anyways, all right, I wanted to jump right back in here because we were getting some pretty good ground covered there. The pillars of Islam. So right? So the first and the fifth pillar, totally understandable. Like the first pillar, there's no God but Allah, and then the true prophet Muhammad. Now, that's just saying, and that could be the true for them too, the true for that area, because Muhammad was more for the Middle East, and Jesus was for. Actually, you know what? I don't even know. That doesn't make sense either, because Christianity, like it was all in the Middle East. Like there was, Jerusalem and Saudi Arabia basically were like the two main places I want to say like there's the kingdom of Christianity and then the kingdom of Islam, like whatever. It's not describing them all that great, but like we were starting to talk about, even Islam has been split into Sunni, Shiite, and Smahili, and Christianity has been split into Methodist, Seventh Day Evangelists, Baptists, Catholics. Like Catholic is probably the biggest one, but even that, like, that's like the super hardcore Christians. Like, they're very strict. And then I don't know, but I feel like everything has gotten looser and more laid back over time, just because people are realizing, like, you know, or communication, and I think that makes sense too. Like with better communication comes a lot more relaxed rules about this sort of thing because it's not as serious. It's not as dire, like, oh, whoops, I broke a rule, my bad, and then you fix it and then move on. Whereas somebody could be breaking rule after rule after rule, becoming really dark and infested and just constantly just like corrupt, kind of like the wealthy people, because nobody checks them. But nowadays, people are checking him left and right. And I know that's still not completely true, like, especially with Trump. Like, he's got people criticizing him left and right and pointing out what he's doing wrong, like me on the X app. But same with Kamala, too. Like, Kamala and Biden, like Biden, I saw a video of him bragging about, and I've said this many times in the two taboos and on these, but I'll say it again. Biden was bragging on the Senate floor or whatever, wherever government place he was at. He was like, the new law, and he holds up a quarter. This amount of crack cocaine will get you 5 years in prison. 5 years for a little bit of drugs. Like, okay, so, and now that we have American made, so we know that the CIA imported most of the cocaine back in the 80s during Reagan's time. The CIA did it. Now, not intentionally. They wanted to spy on the communists down in, Central America, Central and South America. They wanted to see what they were doing. And, and thankfully we have the documentaries of this pilot that was hired by the CIA to go spy on him. But then he was hired by the cartels to bring a bunch of drugs back up. And there you go. He got paid really good money to do that. So he was already breaking the law. Like he was flying under the radar, quite literally, of all these other government entities, like trying to stay sneaky because they weren't supposed to know. Nobody was supposed to know that they were spying on these people. So it was like top secret. Like, you do your duty to this country, you go fly that plane. And then he's like, oh, well, I need money. And they even have a scene in there where he's like, I need to make more money. I can't. And the guy's just like, his handler or whatever is just like, you'll be fine. We'll see what we can do about it. And just basically brushes it off like, whatever. Like, you're breaking the law. I own you. And unfortunately, that happens a lot in American society. It's like, you've got informants, you catch somebody with some drugs, and then next thing you know, you're like, well, I'll tell you what, I'll let you go, continue to do what you're doing, go do all this crazy stuff, and then you're going to turn over somebody to me. You're going to basically snitch out somebody, and you can go continue to break the law and party and have a good time. Don't you worry about it. But then in the end, everybody gets in trouble, and then it's like, oh, crud, like, so I don't know. It's a bit ridiculous, but um, so anyways, my point with all that is we still need to be critical of all people. Nobody gets a free pass I mean, and Kamala's gonna have to answer to all those people that she put in prison and jail, or even just put in hardship. Like, if you get caught with weed and then like you have to go to like classes, if you have probation, then you have to pay a probation officer. You've got court fines, and I'm gonna guess that you already weren't like doing great. Like, I mean, if you're using substances to escape or try to get a shortcut of happiness, maybe there's a reason. Maybe your home life is cruddy. Like, and that's another thing I hate. Like, you know, we look out for like child abuse and like, you know, parents that beat their kids or something. We're so quick to like do that, but you know, we don't focus so much on how do we keep the parents from getting to that ugly. A lot of it is alcohol, unfortunately. Like, and alcohol is so easy to get and it's been so trusted. Like, oh, you know, this is legal. It's available on every street corner. Like, you know, it's even available in grocery stores because people can have alcohol and like have a party, relax, have a good time, let your hair down, like, you know, whatever. And it's like, oh, it's just ridiculous. So, anyways, we went way off topic there, but the pillars of Islam. So we got some wood now. Let's see what we can make. Like maybe some signs, maybe some hanging signs. I think it needs some iron, maybe. Oh, geez, I got a lot of wood. Um, let's put this back. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, we're making signs. Let's see some jungle wood and some of that. So we can make those kinds of signs. We need chains, I think, for that. And then, what are all these? Little observer. Let's make a little bit of those. Let's make chains. Oh, whoops. Dang it. Push the wrong thing. Oh well. What the heck? How do I... No, a hanging sign. A hanging. Like, I have sticks. I have planks. Do I need... What the heck? I have everything. I've got nuggets. Oh, wait. Nugget. Oh, well. I guess the ingot is the block. Oh, wait. Is it here? No. How do I make a sign? Here, search. There it is. Hanging signs. Oh, they need to be stripped wood blocks. Okay, we can do that. Also, first, let's go ahead and get... Ugh, I don't like that because it's so cluttered. We just need some more storage. It's getting ridiculous. Okay. Ah, so much stuff. All right. So anyways, so already, and then Mecca, the Hajj, the pilgrimage, like, okay, that's still kind of hard to do. But I mean, like kissing the West Wall or the Silent Wall or going, like, I mean, Judaism and Christianity kind of have a similar thing with Israel. Like, you're supposed to go there and, you know, do something that way. But, oh yeah, we need more chests. I'm just gonna dump a lot of this stuff. Okay, so now we need... Oh wait, can I not? Okay. Oh wait, I only needed 3. Oh well. So now that we've stripped the log, We can make. Oh, are you freaking kidding me? Oh, I need six. Six. That's right. It's kind of expensive. So then I did four. There's 12, so I should be able to make two signs. Okay. Oh yeah, so I got six of them. Nice. All right, we only need five. We'll just do this for now. What are the pillars of Islam? Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, there they are. Shahada. And you usually want to put it like in the middle. So Shahada. The profession of faith, which is the belief that there is no God but Allah and Muhammad is his messenger. Some consider this the most important belief in Islam because it supports the other four pillars. Let's see, one God. Oops. Basically, one prophet. Actually, no. This is just Shahada. And then under that, you can't really write much on these. That's what I was just realizing. Like, oops. That's it. One God, one prophet. Muhammad. I don't even know if I spelled that right, but like, there you go. One God, one prophet. So there's Shahada. Let's see. Using all these iron tools. It's so ridiculous. Gotta do a little landscaping. Okay. So now, I just wanted to. There. Basically make it to where. Yeah, that's good. So it's still kind of like stair-steppy, so. Shahada. And now, what's the next one? What the heck? Okay. I was like, I'm seeing work stuff, and I'm like, no, it's a weekend. All right, so wait. Salah, prayer. Prayer, which is the belief that Muslims should pray 5 times a day at dawn, noon, mid-afternoon, sunset, and evening. Prayer is important because it allows Muslims to communicate with Allah, listen to Allah, and follow the prophets. Okay, so that is Salah. And again, this could be interpreted so many different ways. So Salah, and then what is that? Pray 5 times a day. Which could be meditation, which could be self-reflection, should be just quiet time, or even time out. We put kids in time out when they're acting bad because it gives them a chance to realize, also, this is starting to look kind of like a swastika. Please don't think of that. It's not my intent. But anyways, so it makes sense. I mean, Take some time for self-reflection 5 times a day. Like I used to eat 8 times, 6 to 8 times a day because smaller meals spread out through the day is healthier. I mean, they digest easier rather than loading up 3 times a day and then being sluggish for, part of the day. Anyways, zakat. What does zakat mean? Oops. Almsgiving. Yes. Donate to charity. A percent of your wealth. This is a long one. It's going to charity. Did I spell that right? Charity. Okay, there you go. Donate a percent of your wealth to charity. That's a tithe in Judaism and Christianity. Zakat. Almsgiving, which is the obligatory act of giving a set percentage of one's wealth to charity. There you go. I mean, these aren't sounding super evil or super weird. They're sounding exactly like Christianity or Judaism. Like, it's be a good person. Take time to self-reflect. There's now the one true God. I feel like that's more of a desperation because like if people are saying, oh no, these are the things that we need to follow, and they could sneak in some greedy or some selfish or some whatever in there, and I get that. All right, so Psalm. Fasting, which is the Arabic term for abstaining from food, drink, sexual relations, and displeasing speech and behavior from dawn until dusk during the entire month of Ramadan. Muslims who have passed the age of puberty are required to fast during Ramadan. Just fasting for Ramadan. And I feel like this is important too. Actually, let's go ahead and put this on the next line. I feel like this is important too because this is part of that reflection and so, like kind of like inventory. Ramadan, is it 3 A's? Yeah, it's 3 A's. Okay. But just to kind of experience, like, imagine what it's like. And we do Lent in Christianity. Like, there's Lent. Um, yeah, I knew there was only 4 sides. We are going to get into this problem. But here you go. You can walk around, and here's the 4 pillars of Islam: Shahada, one God, one prophet; Salah, pray 5 times a day; Zakat, donate a percent of your wealth to charity; Psalm, fasting for Ramadan; Shahada, oh, so we're back there. And then the fifth one, oops. Hmm. How do I do this in a fifth way? Mm, okay, and then the fifth one, we just squeeze it in there. This is the pilgrimage. I think you only have to do that once in your life, the Hajj. The Hajj. Actually, I might one day go see this place. It's supposed to be only for Muslims only, but I don't know. Like see it from afar. I don't know. I don't want to, offend anybody or be where I'm not supposed to be, but I feel like I follow a lot of these things too. Now, as far as the one true God, I think there is one true God creator, the singularity, the Big Bang. And then within that, there might be aliens or whatever. But anyways, let's see. Pilgrimage to Mecca, Islam's holiest city, once in a lifetime for those who are able. For those who are able. See, there's the big thing. So pilgrimage to, and Mecca is actually spelt a little weird. It's Makkah here. Okay, so that's it. There's Islam. There's the main important things about Islam. So you got, just gonna get rid of that. That's one of my colleagues in another country, and so they don't really have weekends, and we're getting ready for a big event in our work. So like, yeah, so people are talking on the weekends, and I'm not I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But when I go and like I go to the university, the campus, I work 12-hour days for like 6, 7 days straight. Okay, so there you have it. Let's go take a nap, go to sleep, take care of ourselves. Okay, so now we just have a place to read it. So here's the 5 pillars of Islam. Boom, and it's so simple. In fact, what I'll do is maybe off camera, I'll go ahead and I'll write down what the full definition of it is and then put it in a box. So if you really want to know, or you can pick up a book or like a lectern and then there's the lectern. Okay, cool. In fact, actually, let's do that. So we need books, we need leather, which I don't think I have much leather. Oh, no, I do. Okay, I need that. We need to get rid of a bunch of this stuff. Because the Ten Commandments, I mean, those are important too. How much time do we have? We're already like 2/3 of the way through this one. Um, hmm. I was gonna say actually I do have 6 more. I did that intentionally. I don't have any more chains. Can I make 2 more chains? I got 2 chains. All right. So now we have 7. Let's do the 10 Commandments. Actually, that was really cool. All right. 10 Commandments. I know a few of these pretty well. Don't lie, don't kill. That's You shall have no other gods before me. Okay. It's 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 kind of silly, like how similar it is. Like it's the same as the first one. No other gods. Okay, got it. So we'll go do this over here. So here's the post about the 10 Commandments, and we're gonna have to like be really creative. One God. There you go. I mean the actual commandment. See this one. The other one used Google AI, and it had this really cool thing, but yeah. Oh wait. Honor the Lord by resting on the seventh day of the week. Never hurt anyone. Always be. These are the 10 Commandments for kids. That's actually pretty cool. Never hurt anyone. Don't take anything that isn't yours. Always tell the truth. Yeah, and like Gemini AI. I want to hear what Google's AI says. Ah, no. Dang it. Okay. What are the 10 Commandments? There we go. If we phrase it as a question, dang it. It's a Wikipedia. Okay. Oh, we'll just open up Wikipedia. That's usually the best because it's a nice big like whiteboard for a lot of people to come. Let's see. The 10 Commandments, biblical Hebrew, Romanized something, and then the 10 words or the Decalogue from Latin, from ancient Greek, are religious and ethical directives structured as a covenant document that, according to the Hebrew Bible, are given by Yahweh to Moses. The text of the 10 Commandments was dynamic in ancient Israel and appears in 3 markedly distinct versions in the Bible. So, according to the book of Exodus and the Torah, the 10 Commandments were revealed to Moses at Mount Sinai, told by Moses to the Israelites in Exodus, and inscribed by the finger of God on 2 tablets of stone. So, even that, aliens could have etched this onto stone and be like, okay, don't forget these. These are important. Here, I'll just engrave it real quick, and then there you go, done. And then the aliens fly off, and then, or even the wise ones that live deep in the earth or something. I don't know. But again, aliens could be a very real thing here. But anyway, that's the whole History Channel with like ancient aliens. But scholars disagree about what the 10 Commandments were written and when they were written, and by whom, with some modern scholars drawing comparisons between the Decalogue and Hittite and Mesopotamian laws and treaties. Okay, so what are they? So it doesn't say what they are. Political importance, culture references. All right, so that just kind of gives a little history of that. Here we go. Bibleinfo.com. That sounds good. The Ten Commandments list. You shall have no other gods before me. Okay, so we got the one God. You shall make no idols. Okay. Actually, I'm going to put that right here. Make no idols, because that one true God, make no idols. Which we do all the time with music and musicians and athletes and all that. So those are kind of this very similar. So we'll put them there. You shall have no other gods before me. You shall make no idols. You shall not take the name of your Lord your God in vain. Still respect God. Like that. We got three that are basically the same thing. I mean, very similar, in my opinion. I mean, it's not unimportant, but like, 10 commandments, or maybe you could have just lumped those into one. All right. I'm starting to like Islam's 5 pillars better because they're very simple and to the point. Keep the Sabbath day holy. We might go a little over on this one. So I want to write all these down. Sabbath. Is it Sabbath? Sabbath? Sabbath. Okay, the Sabbath. Holy. Sunday. Sunday is your holy day. All right. Honor your father and your mother. Okay, so this is actually a different one. Honor your parents. Because you could have two dads, you could have two moms, you could have one mom, one dad. Like, whoever brought you into this world and raised you is really my take on that. Your parents. And, step parent, your guardian, I think that all fits perfectly. Like, because that's the other thing too. If you don't have parents, what if you're an orphan? You should still honor them by their graves, but you still need to honor. In fact, I'll even go into explain a little more. This one, don't kill. It's a big one. It's not for you to decide who can live and who can die. Don't kill. Trump wants to execute drug dealers, by the way. He is okay with murder by government to fix a problem. He sees murder as a solution. So that's not. No adultery. Don't kill. No adultery. That means cheating on your wife or your husband or your partner. Adultery, or basically don't do sussy things with people that are not your partner, unless it's ethical non-monogamy. Then that. So adultery is the unrequested, like you could say that as, let's see, actually, let's keep going. No adultery and don't steal. Whoops, we do need some more. Ah, dang it. Which means we need to get more iron. No, we're doing this. We're putting them all up there. Okay. And then we need 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we need one of these. I'm going to put these down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Almost there, almost there. How are we doing on time? Yep, like last minute. The alarm's going to go off soon. Okay, don't steal. And notice, I'm just putting these wherever they fit. I'm not putting more importance on one over the other. I'm just saying, like, here's the Christians one over here. Don't steal. It's very simple. And for me, stealing is operating in bad faith too. If you make a deal where not everybody wins equally, that's stealing, in my opinion. But it's just good business in capitalism, unfortunately. So you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Okay, there we go. Don't lie. Don't lie, Donald. Don't lie. Okay, and then now, don't covet. Okay, and actually that's pretty good. We'll call that an episode now, but that's basically it. So, I mean, again, things that you could pretty much agree with. Like you walk in, okay, don't kill, don't cheat on your partner, don't steal, don't lie, don't covet. And again, ethical non-monogamy, totally fine, I feel like in adultery. If you're in agreement, like if you try to bring a third person in, or if you just agree that, you know, you're just not strictly as far as or there's rules and limits, but that's for the people to decide. Same with honor your parents. It could be two dads, two moms, three dads, three moms, the stepdads, step parents, like all that, no parents, like whoever your guardian was, whoever raised you, like honor them. You know, respect that they are trying to help you and teach you. That can make total sense too. I mean, these are pretty self-explanatory. Don't lie, don't be jealous, don't steal. I mean, because being jealous leads to lying and stealing. Like if you really like something that someone else has and you wish that you had it, you might take shortcuts. So it's just telling you, just cut it out in the beginning. Like admire it, be like, oh yeah, that's cool, and then appreciate that they have it and they can have it, and that's fine. Don't be jealous about it. You know, try to get your own without shortcuts. Now, one God, no idols, and respect God. Actually, wait, we gotta respect God. Put that in there because it was don't use the Lord's name in vain. Respect God. And I think everybody does. Like if we found the flying spaghetti monster that really created the universe or the woman or like literally anything or the Big Bang, there is respect for that. Science is respect to the observable universe. So really science follows all these except for one God. I mean, that's just like our brains can only think like one thing created something, then what created God? I have no idea. And keep the Sabbath holy. Now, honestly, for this is hard because especially in capitalism because a lot of times you have to work on the weekend and your days off are not the regular days off of normal people because a lot of service jobs like fast food restaurants like their money making is when other people don't work. So this one's harder to do, but as long as you keep a day or two holy for yourself, I feel like you're following this one. Like, I mean, that's my interpretation. And really that's it. Don't lie, don't steal, don't don't take shortcuts, don't cheat on your partner. Like basically don't betray someone that you love. If you agreed to be with somebody to help raise a life and you just shouldn't cheat on them. And that goes for like taking shortcuts, lying to them, hiding things from them. Like I think, you know, I honestly I feel like I try to treat my co-parent the same way. Like I want to be open and honest and don't don't lie. I try not to lie anymore. I used to lie, not a lot, but yeah, I mean, hide things. Mostly because weed was illegal, so I had to lie a lot. But I mean, or mostly just don't say anything. And really, that's it. There you have it. So back to Islam. Very simple. I love it how simple it is. Like, if you can, make a pilgrimage to Mecca, show the God or whatever, if there is God up there watching, go show him or her or it that you made it to Mecca. And like, ah, and that's more just for you. Like, you know, you get to go see this cool, and it does look cool. It's like a big black square, like cube in the middle of like, it's something of your life. It's like going to Disneyland for Americans. Like, I mean, not really the same, but like it's like an event, a once in a lifetime thing. And I've never been to Disneyland. I grew up with friends that went like every year. I was like, wow, man, that must be cool because that was like a sign that you were successful. You had the money to go to this wonderful magical kingdom or place. Same with Saudi Arabia. You had the money or the means to make it to Saudi Arabia. Now, not the same because 1,300 people just died trying to walk there or travel there, which is horrible. Whereas Disneyland, I mean, it's just a plane ticket and a bunch of money, and yeah, okay. So it's not completely the same. I'm not trying to disgrace or dishonor Islam like that. Now, Shahada, one God, one prophet. I think that was just kind of a reoccurring theme because otherwise you could have false idols like Trump or even Kamala. I mean, people worshiping although the difference is people don't actually worship the Democrats a little bit, but like not like literally a golden idol. I've seen golden statues of Donald Trump. Like it's scary. Pray 5 times a day. Again, I think this is like keep the holy day Sabbath. Only this is every day, and this is nice. Take some time for yourself 5 times a day. Take a break, relax, think, talk to whoever, talk to your invisible friend or your invisible ruler, and they might respond. And I think, and this, wait, real quick, because I get this too. Like when I pray, I don't really call it praying. I call it like thinking, meditating. And I do kind of talk a little bit sometimes to people, just in case there is someone up there listening, which again could be aliens, could be the people running the simulation. They might get a log of what we said when it's in private, and they know, but nobody else knows. You know, something like that. It's totally conceivable, but taking time to relax and give back to your mind, like take care of your mind, analyze what you're doing, what you're currently thinking, what you're worried about, and just tell that. It's also called, in fact, I'm going to do this. Wait, rubber ducking, because that's a very big thing. Oh, rubber ducking in computer science. That's how you figure out tough algorithms, like problems. You explain your code to a rubber duck. And then when you're talking to nobody, basically, your mind figures this out. That is so cool. I love that. All right, so now this. Zakat, donate. If you have more than you need, give back to the land. And again, Judaism and Christianity have a tithe, which is 10%. Zakat, I've heard, is closer to like 2 or 3% for on average, but it's really just what you're able to comfortably give, like what you don't need and you could give to somebody else, and then they'll turn around and they'll pay it forward. Like, yeah, in fact, let's do that. Pay it forward. You know, just relating these concepts to capitalistic and American and Western civilized concepts that we love and we understand. And they've been saying it too. That's it. That's pay it forward. Oh, okay. Because a lot of people think Muslims are just like these crazy backwards people that blow people up and stuff. That's unfortunately what we've painted them as since 9/11. Thank goodness since 9/11 we've realized that that's not the case. That there's some radicals, sure, because they saw what we were doing, and then some fasting for Ramadan. That's more of like put yourself in other people's shoes. Empathy. That's what that is to me. Empathy. All right, now we've got probably way too long. Let's see where we at. Yeah, we're almost at 40 minutes. All right, so empathy. That's what that means to me. Experience what it's like to be poor, hungry, you know, and take a whole month to just whatever. It's a big thing. We do fasting. We fat or not fasting. Lent. We give up something that we like for Lent, like soda or meat or whatever, candy maybe, and alcohol, cannabis maybe, I don't know. And then you suffer a little bit. Like it's kind of like suffer might be too great of a word, but you show what it's like to suffer or show empathy for 40 days. All right, cool. Well, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one. We covered a lot of ground in this one, but honestly, it was important. And we'll get into Judaism too, because this is technically Judaism as well. So this is like the basis. The Ten Commandments were originally what Judaism was based on, I believe. I mean, I might be misunderstanding that, but and then Judaism takes it even further. I was on this board to analyze for scholarships, and I won't say too much information, but the person was Jewish, and they talked about this Jewish term, and I'm kicking myself that I didn't write it down, and I can look it up, and I will, but like so I can write it here. But it was I'll try to have that for the next one maybe. But it was basically that. It was like you need to donate to charity. Well, there's a couple of things. There's a box in some Jewish homes that when people come over to visit, they can put a little money in there, and that's like donating to charity. And then that owner of the house will take that box and go give it to a charity or something. There's another one about respecting people's differences and accepting other people for who they are. There was a term of that, and it's just like the DEI, inclusivity, like making things multicultural, embracing other cultures and differences, and respecting people for humanity that they have. Like that was in, but they had a one word for it, and it was just really cool. So I'll try to look that up. Yeah, ta-ta for now. There goes the moon. Here comes the sun. Let's see if we can sneak one last nap in. All right, ta-ta for now. I'll see you in the next one.